Okay, guys. So today's topics is Java method or function. We said method, actually method or function, same thing. In JavaScript, TypeScript, and Python, we say function, and in Java, we say it is method. That's the difference. And actually, purpose is same. So what is function? To see it, we have to create a class first. Let me create a class. Method demo. But for you, it is so important. So all basic concept will be here regarding method. Just listen carefully and
Okay.
try to practice. So you need a lots of practice. Method. Okay. So what is method? First of all, let me write some code. Then you will understand. Okay. What is method? Method is nothing but a block of code, and it is reusable. Method is a block of code. Then what? It codes. Then what? It do a specific job. Method do some specific task or job. Then what else? And it is reusable. Okay. So আমরা যখন when we typed public main method, right? Public static main string. So it is a method also, but it's called a main method. So main method is little bit different than other method, because other method we have to create to do a specific purpose, a specific job. But main method is totally different. Why? Actually, main static method. If you use static void main, that is different. Then you can easily use like this, but that is another thing. But if you use a static main, that means I told in the first class, Java always looking for this method, and this method should be one in whole project. If in your project, like it is your project folder, and here thousands of Java files and Java packages folder, but in your project, there should be only one main method. Keep it in mind, huh? Why? When you run Java project, Java application, it will be looking for Java is looking for JVM is looking for main method. Where is your static main method, public static main method? Then whatever you run inside here, it will be run fast. Understand? As example, suppose you have a big project and you have multiple folders and maybe hundreds of files, Java classes. When you run your project, how it will be running? That is important thing. There are lots of configuration, that is the other topic. But when you run your project, Java, JVM always looking for main method. That is the default. So it will be looking for main method. Where is main method? So it will be looking for main method. So it jump in that class and execute the main method. So that's why whatever you write in main method, it will be execute fast in your project. So that is the purpose of main method. But here we are talking about custom method. Why? Because we want to reuse our code and we can organize our code writing methods. So how I will show you. Suppose I need to, here is our purpose. So what is this? Why I need a method? Suppose I need to add two numbers. Add two numbers. Okay, fine. So before, how we do it? Before we didn't do anything. We just write code in here, right? We declare two variables inside the main method. What we did? Int, suppose a equals to 6. Then we write int b equals to 7. Then we another variable we took. We can put it double or float. Or okay, make it simple. Put int. Actually, better. Int is fine. Int sum equals to 0. That is the way. Then what we did? Nothing, right? We did actually you don't need sum equal to 0 here. You can do a plus b. Then you can just print out sum. That is system out. Then you can put the sum here. The total is, you can write the sum. So, and run it, it will give you sum. We did it. These things, this type of program we did so far, and I think we are very good at it. Right? Baya, do you have any problem for this type of?
No, it's
Right,
fine.
right? Okay. So now question is, we write everything inside the main method. But my question is, if I need to add some multiple of places and multiple of classes and multiple of time, how can you do it? So if I need add two numbers in 100 times in different classes or different packages or in the same program, then every time I have to write this. Right? If I need some two numbers in 10 classes, then in every classes, I have to do the same things again and again. Try to understand the logic, right? Suppose I need this summation, two numbers, I need to add two numbers and print out the result of two numbers in this class. How can I do it? I have to do the same thing here again. As example, I have to write down, I have to declare int a equal to 5, then int b equal to, I have to write the same thing here. Map, where is method? Yeah. I have to write exactly same block of code as example here. Whatever. Here as example. So in that case, you can make it reusable. When you see some code is reusable or some code need to call again and again, then instead of writing code directly, you can create a function for this block of code which is reusable. Then you can easily use it in other classes or other file. You understand? So in that case, what I have to do, I put those things here. Instead of doing this, I can create a function here. And function should be in the class body. That is your class body. This is a function in the class body. One function is called main function. This is the block, main function block. So I have to create another function here inside class body. So in the class body, I can write down a function called what else? Okay, so write down a function, make it Public. Okay, first things I'll show you public, then a static. First method I can create a static, then int. I'll go one by one. What does it mean? Then function name add. Then I need two variables. So put the two variables here. It's called parameter. So just put int a, comma, int b. Okay. So what we did inside, we create a function body. So what we need to do here, we have to do the purpose of those things. Okay. So here, nothing. Here just we can make return a plus b. We are done here. So if we write the function like this, then we don't need to, excuse me, we don't need to declare those things here. Nothing. Nothing. Instead, what I can do, instead I can call the function. Instead, how can I call it? Instead, I can call, suppose I can call this function int, then sum. I take sum, inside sum, what? I am not doing add. I am not doing these things here. I am just call the function. The previous function I called here. So I can call this function here like add. The function name is add. This, you see, automatically is given. What you have to do, you have to pass two parameter. Means you have to pass the argument. It's called argument. So you have to, then it takes two argument because here is two parameter. Here we have two parameters. So we have to pass two arguments. So arguments means value, parameters value. So we have to pass like 5, then 3. If I pass this, you see, then print these things. So here I didn't add. I didn't do any function here. I just call my existing function here. So if you run it, you see 8. Suppose you need to add again. You need to add again. How can you do it? You don't need to do anything, right? Instead, you can do sum. You can use 2 times. We have to change the name. So add, call again. Suppose you need to add different numbers. What you will do? Like 56, and you have to add 89. And sum, you can use variables 2 times. Either you have to rename it or you can block that one. Okay, sum on. You see the result? So got the point of function. I just understand if you got the reason why we need function. Just basic, very basic reason. You understand where? Ashraf, he knows, I know. But you understand why I need function? From this example, I'm actually deep down inside everything one by one. But before going this, you have to understand the purpose, why I need function or why we create function. Without function, you are fine. You can create your program. But function is part of, not mandatory things. Function is part of to reorganize your code, reusability, and function is everything for program. But in logically, I am saying without function, you can write your program, no problem. But in big program or project, you can handle it without function. It's a block of code, you can reorganize and you can recall it again and again.
Okay, I have another not question, like just asking about two things. One is you create the function before inside the method, and then you have to declare, in that case, you declare the number parameters, but then you doing it outside the method.
I got your question. Okay. Like this, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So when
That
you
was the main, yeah, that was the main method. This is the
I got it. Just let me. Okay.
this is very
So
important thing, yeah, for basic understanding, yeah.
okay. So for Java program, that is your main program, a class, nothing else, right?
Hmm.
So inside class, I told right that day. Inside class there would be two things,
Variable and method.
huh?
Variable and method.
Variable and method, right? So here, what is this? Method, right?
This is the method.
So you can write method here as many as possible. Suppose method one, you can write another method here, no problem, right? How many is the doesn't matter. Method two, you can write lots of method here, one by one. But if you run this program, you see there is no run button here. You see it? Run
No,
button gone.
no.
Even you can run this program because to Java, to run a program, you must have main method. So purpose of main method is totally different than other method. Keep it in mind. Main method is a special method.
Hmm.
Main method is totally a special method. So Java always looking for main method to run a program or run a project. So a project has to have one main method, must be. So Java goes there and execute main method, then all program will be chain up and it will be running. But if you don't have any main method, you can execute your program. So main method is a special method. Don't compare main method with other method. That is the first. Don't confuse with main method. Main
Yeah,
method is not a block of code. Main method is a actually kind of system method. Java use it to run your project, right?
hmm.
So concept of main method and our created method, custom method is not same. So main method is totally a special method. Just think main method is a system method. And beside this, you can make your custom method to reuse the code. Okay, so now come back to the program again. So I need to okay, keep it this. So now my question was add two numbers. That is our question use case. So to add two numbers, first of you can do it two way. You can directly declare the variables in the main method and you can add two numbers and you can print out this number. Instead of doing this, the proper logic is whatever task you have, suppose it is like this now. It is like this. And okay, it is like this. So you got a issue, you got a problem. This problem is add two numbers. That is your task. Whenever you get a task, make a method. That is the rule of thumbs.
Rules, okay.
Now clear?
Now, yeah.
So I don't have anything right now, so you got a task. Add two numbers. Add two numbers means a task. It's a job, right? Do something. Whenever you get something like this, do something, a task, no matter what, create a method.
Create a method, okay.
Okay. So create a method. Then what you will do? You will create a method. So just let me bring up the previous method here. Okay. So you create a method, right? Here. Whenever you get task, you need to create a method. Okay. Now what? You're done. Then what? You have to need to execute it, right?
Mhm.
Or Java need to execute it, whatever. You can execute it, or if it is in server, automatically it will be executed. So now we are not using server, we are using our IDE. We have to manually run the program. So to run this program, you have to have main method.
So
Got
every classes has main method. It is a requirement. Every
no,
classes like
no, 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 it's not requirement. I said
Only one main method will only one whole
Main method will be one project. But to run the class, what is this? To execute a program, right?
Mhm.
You need main method. Suppose you have one class. Suppose in our situation we have one class, and we want to run this program. So in this case, we have to put main method in my class. But if it has a project, like those are the project files, and all are classes, I have to declare all the classes and remove the main method from here. We don't need main method here, right? So main method would be in one class that will be actually controlling whole project. Clear?
One more. So for here is the 10 files. 10 file.
Yeah.
Every file has main method.
Yeah, because every file is defined. We have to execute every file one by
Okay.
one.
So every files this required main method. Yes.
Yeah, define topics, define things. Here, every file is one project, right?
But
Think like
the mention you before, whole project has only one method. Which is that one?
it is
Which
not
one?
a project. Suppose you are creating a banking software as example, right?
Mhm.
So you have lots of files, lots of
Files.
classes. Every class has different method, different logic, right?
Mm.
Then you have to create a different class that will carry the main method, and it will be executed from this method.
Okay. That means every files should have main method for to execute the function.
Exactly. Kind
Mm.
of this. I can got the logic. I can show you the real project. You will get little bit Spring Boot project I have, but logic is this. Logic is
Okay.
this. The executable class should have main method. Other class, you don't need any main method because other class you are not executing, right? When we do the object-oriented things of concept, then it will be more clear.
Mm.
So just now think like this. Every class, the class should have here the class. We create a class, and this class will be not running without main method, right?
Mm.
Because I have to execute every topic is separate class. That's why I need main method in every class.
Okay. Mm.
So to execute, now it is 100% valid code. I create a class and I have a purpose, because without class in Java, you have to create a class. That is the first rule. And inside class, you have to make method. For JavaScript, you don't need to don't need to create the class. You can create your function directly. But in Java, to create a method, you have to create a class first.
Class.
And inside class, you have to put your method. That is the rule of Java. But here, our purpose was what? Suppose I tell you, create a Java code, and this code can add two numbers, right?
Mm.
I'm telling you, as a your developer, I'm telling you, okay, create some code. That code can add two numbers. I didn't say you method, I didn't say you class, nothing, right?
Mm.
So what you have to do, because you are a Java developer, as example, then first things you have to do, you have to
Create a
create a
class.
class, right?
Mm.
Because that's the rule of Java.
Yep.
Then you have to think what task is given, what actually purpose I have to serve. The purpose is add two numbers,
Add to
right?
number.
That is a
So
task. Create a method, right?
yep.
You are done. Your code is done.
This is our regular method, but when you use execution, the regular
Exactly.
method
That is the
only can
second part.
main.
That
Yeah.
is the second part. So as a developer, your work is finished, done, right?
Hmm.
You create a class, you create a method. That is your job. Now is the second part. I want to run it. If I want to run it, then I have to add the main method in my program. That's
Now
it.
I'm clear. Now I'm clear.
You clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
100%. Ashraf, you are clear always, right?
Ashraf is already expert. Yeah.
He knows this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Good. But still some concept you guys need, because if you understand 100% very basic level, then you can explain in the interview. So you guys are, because what is the purpose of main method here? You understand? Because whenever I ask you something, no matter what, create a Java class, and inside the class, create a method. And if you need to execute this method, just create a main method. Done.
Done. Now we're talking about like variable, where I can declare the variable inside the
I'm
method.
telling,
Okay.
one by one, no problem. Variables, we will do lots of things in object-oriented concept. Don't worry. So here I create my method. So now you have to understand the method first, right? Going any other. Do you understand the method things? No, right? You know the purpose of method, what method does, but do you know the static things? Do you know the public things? Do you know the add-in? Nothing, right? So you have to understand those things. Do you know the written things? No, right? Okay. We have to go through this one first. So come here. This is my method. I hope you understand method. Now try to understand in what is method actually in the structural way. So it is interview question. Remember, sometimes they ask you the uh, how to create a method. They don't ask. Sometimes they are saying uh, the declaration format of a method. Listen carefully. Ashraf also. There are two type of question. Long time ago, they actually ask you, okay, how to write a Java method. Just you can tell, okay, I need to, if I need to create a method to add two numbers, I will do like this. That is one answer. So sometimes they ask you declaration format, the method declaration format. So what is this? This is a method declaration format, this line. Okay, total. So first, for method declaration, first things would be access modifier. Plus, what is access modifier? This public is access modifier. We'll see what is public, private, anything. I'm just writing it fast. Then you have to do what? It's optional. Ashraf also saying static or non-static. Then what? Return type is called return type. Then what? This one. What is this? Method name.
Method.
I can put editor method name. Yes.
Method operator.
No. Method name. Simple.
Oh, sorry, method name. Sorry.
Method name. And what is this? Parameter list. So method name has always first brackets. Then inside it should be parameter optional. It should it depends. So parameters is optional. So optional
Parameter name is optional.
parameters. Parameter list. Okay, that is optional. Then what? This curly brackets, right? So what is this? Make it second line. Parameter list optional. Then what? This call
Curly brackets
method
and
body. This is so important. You have to know all those things. Do you? Okay, so how many parts? B O D O, sorry. How many parts? So if anybody asks you this call, okay, come here. This call method declaration in Java. Declaration. Declaration, sorry. DECLR. Method declaration. Method declaration. So method declaration, first one, number one, access modifier. So you need access modifier. Then two, static and non-static, you have to put it. Then three, you have to put the return type. Then four, method name. You have to tell one by one. Then method name with parameter list or without parameter list. Then method body, five. This five are the method declaration parts. Okay. We'll understand those things, but you understand the structure, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm telling briefly because we will do lots of work with this. Static things is come up a lot, but today we'll see. And we'll go one by one. Public means what? We have another topics, access modifier. We'll cover public, private, and everything there. But I'm briefly saying what is public here. Public is access modifier. If you put public before any property of a class, so class property is two, right? Two types of class property. One is variable and one is method, right? We know that, right? So method is a class property and variable also class property. So if I put public before a class property as access modifier, this property is accessible in here. Every class, same class, any method can access this property. Any class from this project can access these properties. That is the thing. It is a scope. So if you put public, that means suppose SRC, our project name. So inside the project, if there is some folder, subfolders, and some other class, suppose all class here can access, can use this method. That is simple logic. Okay. If I put private here, then only this class method demo can access this. Or in other way, you can say, if we put private, then other, suppose public method or other method inside this method demo class can access these properties. So in simple way, if a property is private, that means it can be accessible outside the class. Got it?
Got it.
So if we put public, so far public and private enough for you. And another is protector, will come in when we actually learn encapsulation, then we'll learn the private one. Okay. And another one is protected. Protected we don't need as a SDET task that much, but better to learn. So simple. So public and private you learn. Public means it is accessible from any class, and private means it is accessible in the same class.
That means other files can access for this file. Say method demo, this is one of the class. Even
First
list
of all,
demo.
where don't say files.
Oh, class.
No. Yeah, you have to clear your logic part, concept. No, you have to tell the method, right? Or properties.
Okay.
It is a property. It is a
property.
method or property, right? And file means whole things. Class means these things. File means what? This 1 to 24. And this is called a file or class, whatever you can say. But better in my concept, I can, if you say file, I will say this is a file, and total page is a file, and this curly bracket to curly bracket is a class, right?
Yeah.
And inside curly bracket, there is a one class property, or one method is a class property. So it's a class property or method, right?
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
what I'm trying to understand, like as such, under SRC, there are 10 files. Should I say like this? Under
Yeah,
SRC,
yeah, yeah. Under SRC, you should
this is all the
10
files,
files or 10 classes
10 classes. Yeah.
because Java file is a class. Keep in mind always. Ashraf also is very important. Java file is a class. The class name and Java file name should be the same, right?
Hmm.
But in JavaScript, TypeScript, Python, you can put different name here for the file, and your class name could be different. Maybe your class name is method demo, and you can write here file number 1, not a problem. So in JavaScript and TypeScript world, file name and class name is different. But in Java, your file name and class name should be the same, because in Java we are creating a class here. Look, it's C. C, all are C. It is not creating a file. Actually, class is here. Class is storing as a file. Okay?
Yep. Mhm.
So in Java, this file name and class name should be same. But JavaScript, it is different. JavaScript file name is different and class name is different. So, okay, so we saw access modifier. Then you need what? Static. Static and non-static will come later, little bit later. It is a keyword. Ashraf, do you know the static and non-static difference?
Yes. Uh, Static, non-static, no, static, non-static is the access modifier like public, uh, a non-access modifier. Static is a non-access, which
Mm,
only belongs to a class.
no, it is very common interview question, a must ask question. So,
Yes, non-static is a final, like abstract
oh,
keyword.
no. Okay, I'll go through it. I think you remember. Just
Okay.
listen carefully. Okay, so static and non-static, I will come little later. Before this, I'm just okay. Come number 3. Static and non-static is a keyword. So I'll show you the difference and why we need it and why we don't need it. So let me finish first this one. So number 3 is return type. What is return type? Return type means if you call your method, because we are reusing our code and we will call it. So if you call this method, that method will return what? You understand? If I put a plus b, because that is my purpose, a plus b. That is my use case. Add two numbers. So it should be written that things, right? So it is returning you a plus b. If I put here hi, look, and if I put hi here, it will giving error because my return type is integer. I am putting return type is string. So a plus b is my return type. So in logically, always think return type should be the result of your purpose.
Should I say it's a data type? Data type?
No, 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 no. Return means what? You are saying return means data type?
Yeah. If I say a return type, no,
Ah,
return type means data type like integer, string.
exactly. So return type is a data type, of course. And this data type for what? This data type for J, this method is returning something when you call this method. Here you call, right? Here you
Hmm.
call this method, and this method is return a value that is that should have a type. The value should have a type. This type is integer.
Hmm.
Got it?
So our
Suppose
purpose, what is the main purpose, or the purpose is requirement? Requirement say add to number. So return means the result. We
exactly,
can say result also.
exactly.
but this result has a data type. You have to mention
Exactly.
data type
Exactly.
in front of the result.
Exactly. Now you understood.
Yeah.
So these int means the data type of the result, right?
Uh,
What?
mm, mm.
Yeah, got it. So now it's nothing to do. Like when you call this method, you're passing two numbers, going two numbers, and come here, it is added. So whenever it is added, 5 and 3 is 8. So 8 should have a data type. So 8 is integer type. This int means the result data.
Result type.
Okay? Okay. Now come here, add. Add is nothing. You can put anything here. It's a name, right? Simple. So normally in Java world, we put add meaningful name. We try to give a meaningful name to a method, and method name always starting with lowercase. And if you need to add more word, then you have to camel case. It got camel case. So you can add like caps. Then suppose I didn't like this name. I want to put something else. Suppose add 2, then 2 will be, T will be caps, TW2, then NUMBERs, numbers. That is the actually thumbs up rule for
Mm.
Java method. So you have to like this. Okay?
Static is a small letter, and then
Yeah.
anything you can add, it should be bigger letter. But I have a quick question. If interview question, like on the one method, you declare on the one method,
Hmm.
can you function should be add, subtract, multiplication within the same method?
Yeah, we can do it normally. Huh? But I'll show you, but try to understand the basic things. We'll do all those things. Suppose you can create a method, and this method need to create subtraction and everything, right? That is
With the same, yeah, at the
yeah.
same time. But main method is one method, but you can create four method. One is add, one is subtract, one is the multiplication, or like all the function, like
Yeah,
multiplication.
you have to put the logic here inside.
Oh, so
You have to put
return A plus B, return A minus C, like this.
no, not like these actually. So I will show you. So in that case, suppose you have to put another parameter here. You have to write a string, string string. Suppose you give the operation. Okay. And inside operation, you have to put like, suppose add, or you need div. So you want a div operation. I'm just giving example. So this div operation goes to here with these two parameters, and now is three parameters. You are giving the numbers and the operation. So here you are giving string the operation number. So inside method body, you have to write a logic. So if we write if, right? Or Swiss case. You remember we write Swiss, we study Swiss and case. So here in that case, you can create a Swiss here. So inside Swiss, if this operator is div, then jump back to that case, and that case will be, got my point?
No.
You are making, okay. So you are passing an operation here, right? String.
So what the purpose? Your purpose is to add,
Look.
division, and
Look. This is, okay. We are, okay. Remove it. Int, okay. Okay, remove it. Now, Swiss case, you don't remember Swiss case? Tell me, Ashraf, Swiss case you remember?
Yes. Yes, switch case is similar the if else and contain one
So how
variable
I,
for multiple
okay,
purposes.
so how can I handle it? His question. You understand his question, right?
Yeah, yes. So
Okay,
string operation.
okay, good. STRING string operation,
Uh, Variable.
right?
Yeah.
Then,
And switch case can put the operation. Okay, then switch case. Uh, Case number one is add. Case
huh.
number two is uh, division, multiplication. Switch case number three, something like that.
Your sound is breaking down.
So before that, we need to understand the string operation. No?
Mhm.
Maybe we don't know. String operation another variable, but maybe we don't know the string operation means what.
No, you didn't understand. Okay, so first, do you remember the if-else things? Go step by step. Did you watch this video? Where?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do it using Swiss and we can do it if-else.
If
So
else.
if you see the if-else things, you shouldn't have any issue. So suppose, step by step, do if. So if, okay, then now you tell what I have to write here. If you know, if operation is equal to, equals, right? If operation equals at, okay, then what? Then do something. Do something means return. Return a
Plus B.
hold on, a plus b. Okay, got it. Now tell me for second part in your option,
Now
subtract.
if operation is
No. Tell me exactly. Now the second part will be what? For subtraction. If else condition you forgot.
if okay.
Else,
If
else,
operation equal to
else, else, right? Now
hmm,
else, right? Else if what? Again, same thing. Operation. Then equals. Then subtraction, right?
hmm,
If it is subtraction, then what will do? Return A minus B. Okay. So that's why I'm saying Swiss case. Swiss case would be better. And same thing. You can use both of these. Instead of if else, you can use Swiss case. So now
this is a if else or if else if.
yeah.
You can use a if else if.
Yeah, if
But
else,
I can use if else only.
why you can use if else only? Because I have four option here.
Oh, okay. Now if okay, I got it. Okay, I remember. If I have to go to the again, yeah. So
Now
if we have more than two option, then we have to go back to if else.
yeah,
Sorry, if else if, yes. If
exactly.
it's only two, then only if else. Yep.
Yeah.
Now I got it.
Now multiplication.
Yeah. Ah, yep. Yeah.
So same thing, return, right? What? A multiply B, right?
Yeah.
Then
Then
another,
division. Deep.
huh? Then okay, that is this one. Now make another one. As if same.
So basically operation is this string operation is new to me. Yeah, right now. String operation. Operation, okay.
Operation is nothing but a name. Where?
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. So return this. So we need a
Now
else.
we need main method.
Huh?
Now we need main method to execute.
Yeah. So else, yes, you can put if else what? Return. Actually, we don't need this one. Return 0. Okay, fine. যদি if there is no valid operation, it will return you 0. You see, that is your method, what you are saying. So that time we just passing two numbers. So now we are passing operation also, right?
Hmm.
That is the difference. So if operation is valid, then it will do this. Otherwise, it will be, so div. I have div operation. string div. I pass div, so why it is like this? Okay, fine. So put. Now you see it is throwing error. Why? Because here I have 3 parameters. We are passing only 2 arguments.
Parameter. So we need to be write
So
another one.
we have to pass our operation. You see, it's giving operation. So if you put some div, it will be throwing. Now we have to handle the try-catch block, because if you div something by 0, your program will be gone, right? So you will get system error. So we'll see how to handle try-catch error. So see multiple. MUL. Okay, run it. You see? 4,984. Okay. Now add.
Multiplication. Okay.
Add.
But if I want to see all of them,
Now you can see. You can see. You can see. In that case, you can see it. You see.
so if I say add, subtract, multiplication at a time.
Okay, tell me. It is very easy. Tell me. Now see it and tell me. What change we need to do?
Okay, in that case, yeah, else if you instead of
Tell
so
me.
we would have to do the for loop.
Why for loop you need it here?
Sorry. So if I see all of the results, so what I need to change? It
It's
should
very simple. Very simple.
I understand, but I'm else no if else no. It should be
Close the door.
term. It should be changed. It not if it's not it is not if else. It should be either.
It's very simple. Just think a little bit carefully.
Yeah. You delete this. Not for loop. Not. Is equal? No, not equal to.
You have one homework, first of all, otherwise I will forget. Write these things using Swiss case. Okay, this is your homework. And actually tell me in the next class. So
Okay.
these things just converted it to Swiss case, same logic. Now you need, I'm giving you 2-3 minutes, just figure it out how to solve your question. It's easy, everything is here.
Technical issue.
Just keep in mind here, what is the issue here?
Issue, if else if, that means we need only one.
No. Where? Here issue is return always returning one value. Got my point? But you are looking for 4 values at a time. Addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, right? But in method, you can return more than one value, right? Because all are in the block. If it returns this one, it will not return this one, this one, this one. All are skipped, right? If it returns 0, everything will be skipped, right? So that's why we put in the if else block. Because whenever we put the return type, Ashraf, also carefully, because this, I know you know this, but you have to make understand people. So when you put return type, you can return only one value. That means if you return addition, you can return subtraction. If you return multiplication, you can return other things, right? But you want to return 4 operations at a time, right? Then what you have to do? You have to change the return type first of all. You can put the return type here.
Okay, so in that case, it should be int and also string.
No.
Void.
Here,
We have to
this,
put in void. Void,
yeah,
right?
this should be void. Yep.
void, and we have to put a system dot out dot
Exactly.
println.
Exactly. So first, if you need to return more than one things, then instead of return type, you have to put void because we are not returning. Void means we are not returning anything from this method, right? So if you don't return anything from this method, what is the purpose of this method, right? So in that case, you have to fulfill all those purpose inside the method. In that case, here we are actually passing the value and get the value and we print out this. This is my final destination, the final output. So if you put anything void inside method, then actually you have to use the final outcome. Final outcome. This is one step more here. If you use return, you have to get the value first, then you have to use the final outcome. Final outcome is print the sum. So in that case, if you need more than one value from a method, then in that case, you don't need these things. You have to directly put the final value, final outcome. So our final outcome is what? System out printer, the number, the summation, right? You got my point. In that case, you don't need to use sum. Instead of sum, you can put a plus b. Okay? Got my point. The total sum. Then you can put sum is at. Then I'm just using final outcome. Remember, that is my final outcome. So if you use void, then in the method body, you have to give the final outcome, nothing else. A minus B.
Okay, now I get new thing. Yeah, that was not my knowledge. Yeah. So void means block the code. They are not give you block the code result.
Yeah,
Void means the every single code will not be executed.
I'm showing you just a minute. And here
And
sum.
variable, if it's a variable data type, that is.
Okay, now the problem is A minus B. What is this?
If you do like this, what is the like variable, like number? Why they can put the number?
Okay, so that means you can use two numbers, right? So in that case, how to solve it?
Oh, that means you have to declare the variable inside the method.
Division should be double. So div A div B. Okay. So now put add put sub then something. Put multiplication. Then give Okay. So now comment out those things. You don't need till then. Okay. Okay, now what is the warning sign here? I told you division, it should be handled exception, but that's why our you can divide by 0. If you put 0, the value of b, it will be error. So we are not putting 0, so we are fine here. So you got the logic now? We are not putting any return type. If you don't put any return type, it should be void. So that means if your function, if you need, your function will return more values, more than one values, then you have to make it void, first of all. Second thing, you have to make your function complete. Here our function is not complete. We have to call this function and we have to store this value. Then we have to complete it. That is my final goal. They print out the summation result. So if you use it, if you if you make it void, always the final line you have to put inside your method, like system or whatever. Normally, if you want to display, then display. If you want to do other steps, you have to do these things here instead of calling. So how can we call it? We can call this function here. Go it. We have already. Why it is showing error? I don't know. Okay.
I think we don't need to use operations, man.
Oh, okay.
Operations
Yeah,
are
that's
updated.
why. String operation. We don't need operation anymore. That's why. Yeah. We don't need it. So we don't need these things. And here, why it is throwing add? Because the reason is if I call it, because it is void type. So now we put, actually we give it integer. That's why. Let's see. You see, now is good. Exactly, right?
Oh, okay.
So you can do it like this, because if you call it, now you don't need this line. This is the final destination, final lines. We put the final lines, our final outcome, inside the method. So we don't need. If we just call this function, we will get this full result. Okay? Run it.
So basically, main change is void terms, void and int term,
Yeah.
money
You see?
void term.
You see? You got your full result, right? Okay.
But why we oh, no, it's not why, but I say in that case, why you call the calling the method? Like, can you go down still, little bit down? Listen.
Let me fix it. Yeah, what happened? Ah, shit. Debug, I don't need. And yeah, debug mode like it is. Okay. Hey, where question की?
Question is the calling the method, calling the method. The last line, yeah, last line, yeah. No, add two numbers, yeah. But here is not adding. Here is oh yeah, add two number. That means multiplication. Okay.
Got it.
I think what I also understand, add to number means only addition, but basically add to number is not addition. It's add function, like what are the function we declared in the method that can be applied in the bottom line. Yeah. No, my doubt is the last line. Add to number, calling the method, calling the method. Yeah, this one. Void main method. Okay, you write the void main method. Void. Okay, then add to number.
I put void right here. So whenever
Yeah.
you put void and your final things, final outcome inside the method. So whenever you put void, you have to put the final outcome in the method. Whenever you put final outcome in the method, you don't need to do anything, just call the method. Just simple, very simple.
Okay.
In that case, if your method is complete, if your method is actually giving the output, not written, then you can just directly call the method. Because you don't need to handle this value anymore. You just need to call it and display the method's outcome. You understand? That's it. See the videos again and again, because all things we discussed, if you see it, it will be clear.
Okay.
It will be very clear.
Yeah.
It's not complicated things. It's very, but you need concept. You need concept. You have to remember. Work is different thing and delivery is different thing. So suppose you can't work that much, but you can deliver. That is very good. You can get a job instantly. Then you can learn, right? But if you can deliver, but if you work, that is a problem because people don't actually judge you. People don't understand how knowledgeable you are, right? So that's why concept is very important. Little concept. If you are very good in little concept, then you can talk. So if you can talk, then people will understand, oh, his basic is good, he understands, then he can learn easily. No problem. And people doesn't have that much time to you. People want to, get wants to get the right answer in the interview. They have lots of people, so they will not consider you good candidate if you make this concept is not clear. That is very basic concept. Everybody should have this concept, must be. You need to go through this. 3 example we showed: void, then return type, and parameters, couple of things. Because you asked me question, that's why I jump in there, but actually wanted to go step by step. But it's good. If you understand, it's very good. You understood, right, Bear?
Yeah, yeah.
If you understand, okay, then I am fine. Then method definition we did. So that call void. So make void a return type. So it is also optional. So which one is optional? That is also optional actually. I'm just put O. If you don't put public, by default it is public. Okay? By default it is public. So you don't need to put, but we must have to put it. But I say you can remove it also. Static void, static, can you remove it? You see? If we remove it, what will happen? You see? What? Non-static method add cannot be referred from a static context. That is very important. Ashraf, see it also.
Yeah, we have to create an object using non-static.
So that means, let me close it first. That means, look, public I removed. Remember, the program is running.
Still work.
Still what means what? Do we ignore access modifier? No. So that's why I wrote those 5 steps. You must need to provide it. But if you don't write anything, that means what? Is null? No, not null.
Default as a public. Default.
Yeah, default value. Java takes the default value, right? So they will ask you, if we don't put public, it will be working. If we don't put anything, it will be working. Yeah, you have to say, then it will take the default value public. Okay? Okay, so if you remove a static, what happens? If you remove a static, by default value is non-static. Okay? By default value is non-static. So here we have to handle it. So whenever I put a static, we are fine. Because Keep it in mind. Okay. Our main method is what?
Static.
Right? And this is now default value is what? Non-static, I said, right?
Yeah, non-static. Yeah.
If I delete the static value, it will be non-static. So normal, the rule is, this is a static method here. Main method. So a static method can't call a non-static method. Okay?
So we need to be change it. Static instead of
Yeah,
static.
we need to change it, but we need to change it what? Static. If you make a static, it will be working. It will be working. That's simple. That is working. Right? Gone. It is green now. But if you make it non-static, suppose you don't put anything, that is non-static, then it will be not working. Because just write it down, or I will give it in the everywhere it will have. Just try to understand, don't write anything. So if you see the video, you will get these things again. So a static method can't, because we call the method here in the main method, but main method is itself a method. So a static method can't call a non-static method. That is very simple things. So in that case, we have to make it static, or we have to make the main method non-static, right? But try to make it non-static. If you make main method non-static, your green button gone. That means your program will be not executable, right? So main method should be always static, right? Then that is a big problem.
Oh, so main method always.
Yeah. Because static means one thing. If you use static before any property, especially before method, you don't need to create object to access this method. Got my point? So when we run this program, Java JVM doesn't need to create the object of this class and call this method. Instantly, it can directly call the method. That's why static is mandatory for the main method. Okay, that is object-oriented concept. Next class we will do it. But here I am saying just simple, try to understand, don't go in depth. Keep in mind, a static method can call a non-static method. That is the point in today's topics, okay? If we want to call a method inside the public method, main method, your method must have to have a static. That's today's topics only. And in advanced topics for next class, it is object-oriented. So to use this non-static method inside our static method, I have to create a object. How to create an object?
New
You have to create the class name,
and adding the new word new.
create a reference variable like R. You have to know the names. Then you have to new, right? Then method. Then constructor we have no, but it has a constructor, is default constructor. Create object, right? Then you can use it with the reference variable of this object. You see? Oh, shit. Sorry. You see? Now it's good. Who didn't understand? You understood? Where?
Yep, but
No, this concept, forget about this. I just show you in
yeah,
advance.
I understand. Yeah, I understand the keyword new. I know the keyword, but the way you write, maybe we need to be discussed next.
That is object-oriented concept. in next class, we'll go through this. But now our topics, today's topics was just simple. Just keep it mind, only keep it mind. Forget about this one. Just keep it mind here and bring up it here. Okay, and here put the static. Okay.
So if it's a method is static, main method as main method it is static, we have to create any method.
No. Yeah.
If it's a
Main
non
method is always static.
yeah.
Main method should be static always, right?
If you want to do different thing, then you have to create an object.
Tell like this way. Okay, if anybody asks you, can a static method call a static method, right? Or anybody can tell you the difference. Okay, if we have non-static method and you want to call it in main method, so can you do it? Then you can tell, okay, so as main method is a static method, I can call a non-static method inside my main method. Instead, in that case, I have to create the object of this class, and using the reference variable, I can call the non-static method in my main method. Okay. You should tell like this. Simple. Just think about this little bit. Just I'm giving 2 minutes, so jump in the next topics. Just think and recall your static and non-static things.
First answer is no, and then if we say yes, we can create the object inside the method and then declare. Then we can use non-static method as a static main method.
Yeah, exactly. So in method, actually, most of things we covered. This is the method. So when we create the method stuff in future, we will see lots of things. So in method, we have a access modifier, ish, then static, non-static things, then void and return type we already see. We need a method name, then we need the parameter list, right? Then we need the method body here. Then we have to call this method like this way. If it is void, then we can directly call the method. If it is not void, if it has return type, then we have to do like this. We have to pass the parameters. We have to pass the parameters. Then we have to store the value inside a variable. Then we have to print it out, or we have to do anything we need. Okay. This and another thing we learn is static method can call a non-static method. If you need to use a non-static method, inside a static method, you have to create the object of this class. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Then another important things, they ask normally the difference between the argument and parameters. Now tell me, what is argument and what is parameter? Ashraf, you can tell. Oh, Ashraf dropped. I think he disconnected. Wait for me 1 minute. Ashraf, are you there? He disconnected.
Argument is data type.
Just let me, yeah, wait for him 1 second. Let me text him. Sometimes he disconnected. Yeah, he joined. Ashraf, you disconnected?
Yeah, okay, now it's connected.
Okay, so when you disconnected, I didn't see. So you missed something?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's fine then. Okay. Oh, 5 minutes have you disconnected, right? 5-10 minutes. Static, non-static, you see, right?
Yes.
So static, non-static, they will ask you in the question J, okay, if I have a method,
The static, they will ask the static method and non-static method,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but the question is not like this. They ask you like this. Can main method can be a static and non-static? Then you have to answer no, main method can be non-static, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
main method must be static, but
Why?
cannot be
Why?
static.
Why?
Uh, the main method is static, yeah, because main method belongs to a class,
No.
right? No?
No. So if I remove the static, my code is void. Code is there is no error in the code.
Yeah, yeah. Why main method should be static? Why?
Yeah, that is my question too. Okay.
Okay.
Let
Main
me tell
method,
let me tell you. Just keep it in mind.
okay.
Always listen carefully. They
Mm-hmm.
will ask you, can main method be a non-static? You say no, main method can be non-static because main method is the execution point of any Java project, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I put main method non-static, then JVM needs to create an object and then it need to call this main method, right?
Mm-hmm.
If my main method is non-static, you have to create the object of this class, right? So JVM can create the object by itself. So instead of avoiding this situation, creating an object, right? I can directly call main method using a static. So if I put a static, main method is static, JVM, Java Virtual Machine, or whatever, it can directly call this method without creating the object of this class, right? You understand? In object oriented, we will see lots of examples, but you understand the logic.
Yeah, main method should be static, right? Always.
Yeah,
No,
I think
always.
I, I think you missed something, Ashraf.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you disconnected. That's why. So
Mm.
whenever we this one you saw, whenever we remove the static here, what happened?
We
Suppose
have to create an object.
yeah, suppose I remove this one, right? My code is
Mm-hmm.
valid, but what is here? Default value. You need the second part also. In your method, first part is access modifier, this one. And second part I
Mm-hmm.
removed, but second part there is a default value. You need, of course, you need the second part. But if you
Mm-hmm.
don't put anything, it will take the
Mm-hmm.
default value. What is the default value?
Default value mean non-static.
Okay, so that means here is non-static, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me call this method. It is throwing error. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Because this is non-static.
yeah, make eto static. You see, it's giving the solution. Okay. So that means main method is static. A
Mm-hmm.
static method can call a non-static method. That is a simple rule.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So to solve
Oh,
this
in
problem,
okay, I have to must always call the non-static method inside the static method, right?
you can't.
You can't. Yes,
Okay.
you can.
You can't. Here is a non-static method. This is a non-static method, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You can call this method inside a static method. Main is a static method, right?
Yes.
So to call this non-static method inside a static method, what you have to do?
Mm-hmm.
You have to do, you have to,
Create an object.
you have to create
Create
all,
an object. Instance. Yeah.
yeah. Then the instance variable, this one instance variable or object, whatever you can say. So as a reference, you have to give the reference, then dot. Then you
Dot.
can use,
Yeah.
you see, use it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So can I call static method inside the non-static method?
I can do it. We can do it. But now my
Okay. Okay.
my
Okay.
question was why main is static, right? So
Mm-hmm.
exactly for that reason. So remove it and remove it, it is throwing error. If I make it static, it is working.
Okay, I see.
It is
Okay.
working.
That
That
means
means
if okay,
let me
main
finish.
method.
Let me finish.
Okay.
The same reason the main method is static, because whenever
Yeah.
JVM run this program, it directly
Uh-huh.
come here and directly call our method, main method. Directly call our.
Yes.
It doesn't need to create the object. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
JVM doesn't need to create. JVM means Java run.
Yeah. Yeah. Virtual machine. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't need to create a extra line object.
Yes.
It can call this one. Okay.
All this executive. Yeah.
That's why main method is always static, because JVM doesn't need to create object of my class. It can directly call the method.
That means main method always should be static, because main method allow the static call for static method and non-static method.
No, let's make it simple. Tell like this. If anybody
Mhm.
asks you why main method is static, then you say if main method is not static, then you have to create the object of the class and you can call this method. But
Mhm.
main method is executing.
Now I think main method is support static and non-static method.
Okay, main method is support non-static also. I'm telling you. If
Uh-huh.
you do it non-static, right?
No, no, no. You don't understand. I'm saying the main method is static, but inside the main method we can call static and non-static
Yeah,
method also.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, so now
Like
rules of thumb.
security object, yes.
Okay, rules of thumb. I'm just writing it. Static method. Static method. Static method equals to static only. Okay. Static method is static static only, or or create the object. The object. And non-static static equals to static. We'll see those things in details in object-oriented side plus non-static. Okay, so that is the thing. So static method can call a static method directly. If a static method call a non-static method, it need to create the object.
Yeah.
But non-static method can call static and non-static both. Okay, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose here I have another method. Let me create another method. Can I remove those things?
Yes, yes.
Make it a little bit simple. If you guys see the video, you will get the code, no problem. So,
Now, I would prefer like create another class. So,
no, no,
okay.
no, 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 no class. Why you need to create a class here? So here I have a method, a static. One is a static method. I am create another method here. It would be non-static, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Made void. And put hello. Nothing. That's very simple. It will be not doing anything. No argument, no parameter, nothing. Just
Mm-hmm. Hello world.
yeah, system Okay, whatever. Hi, everybody. So I have a method. It is non-static, right? Nothing
Right.
is non-static. So inside method, I want to call this method add to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me do it. 4 and 7. You see that, the difference. Non-static method can call a static method. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
Not
non-static, okay, create another method. Okay.
another method, yeah.
Then it will be clear like water. So hello, either goodbye. Sorry. Goodbye, right? Hi everyone. Goodbye. That's it. Oh. Okay.
So both are non-static.
Okay. Now remove it. Okay. Let me call addition here. That is non-static. So I can call 8, 7. Okay, whatever. And here, remove it first. So here is another non-static, right? System out print hi everybody. So look, I am calling goodbye here. Okay. Now see the difference. Check very well. This method is what? Static, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And first come here. This method is non-static, right?
Mm-hmm.
So non-static method, inside non-static method, I called a goodbye. Goodbye is what?
Non-static.
Non-static. I can call a non-static method inside a, sorry, inside a non-static. That means non-static can call a non-static, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come to here. I call a method add to numbers. What is this? Static or non-static?
Static.
So
Static.
it's static. So that means non-static method can call both static and non-static. Okay?
Yes.
But
So for
here,
non-static method, should
look,
we
look, look,
create an object?
let me finish
Oh,
here. So
create an object.
no, no, I'm just doing it. Just give me one
Uh,
second. Good
no,
one.
I have a question.
Huh,
For non-static method, we must create an object, right?
exactly.
When call.
No, when you call, no, it should be create object under the main method, not the regular method.
No, just okay. Hmm, okay.
Both are non-static.
That is our complete example. Or you can, okay. So here what I did, I have one non-static method, I have one non-static method, I have one static method, right?
Yes, yes,
So inside the non-static method, I called a non-static method, right?
yes.
And here another non-static method, inside a non-static method, I called a static method.
Static method.
And here you see the static method is main. So main can only call a static method. Main can call these two non-static method directly.
Mm-hmm. Directly, yeah.
Now is clear.
Yes, yes, yes.
Who is not clear? Why you are clear or not?
I clear because it is a rate because of I'm not creating any object. That's
Yeah, just you can write it down very clear way. A static method can call only a static method. Like this, I wrote a static method. Only a static method. It can call only a static method, or it has to create the object, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And non-static can call both static and non-static. Okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
Clear now?
Yeah.
So to call these two methods, what you have to do? You have to create an object, right?
Yes.
Create an object, then put the reference variable here.
Dot hello or dot goodbye.
R, R. Fine, right?
Yes. So inside the main method, when we call non-static, we must create an object.
Yeah. So run it. Actually, run it means what? Just we can run and check. Okay. What you do it here? We run it, right? Whenever we run it, where is our goodbye and these things? Okay. I got it. Because, okay. Now, Ashraf, tell me why I got this answer on. No, it's very simple. Ashraf can do it. Baya, you answer me. Why I didn't get this answer? The hi everybody, goodbye. Why I didn't get this here?
And because under the
Take the code.
can you
These things come from what? Just tell me these things come from which line? Exactly from
And
which?
the static method.
yes,
No. In line number, tell me the line number. Which line number actually?
20 to 24.
20 to 24. No. Ashraf, tell me the output from which line I get it. After calling, after writing one statement, I got this line, right?
Oh, no, sorry,
So,
sorry. It should be main method. No.
yeah, exactly. Main method. Okay.
Main method, it's a
Then,
main method declared this one.
yeah, this line print these lines, right?
43.
43. So in 43, what I did, I just call add two numbers. I just call this method. And this method had
Mhm.
4 parts, right? It just
Yeah.
printed these things. That's why we didn't get these values, right? So instead of doing this, if I call only hello, I will get everything. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it hello.
R dot hello.
Yeah. Remove it. Do it hello. You see? Hi everybody. Every number and hi everybody, goodbye. Got it?
Mhm.
It's a hello. Okay, one method you create hello and another method you create goodbye.
Yeah. So listen, I create one method called hello, right? I create one method is goodbye. And I create one method, it is our use case logic, right?
Mhm.
So inside hello method, I print out hi everybody. Simple. Straightforward. Nothing to understand here, right? In the second line, I call a non-static method. Inside non-static method, these method call another static method and this static method doing those things, right? Then I just give the goodbye. It is simple, nothing to understand. So only this line is important. So inside goodbye method, I call a static method with the parameter and everything, right? I call this method here. So now, which is the top level method? Which one is top level method? I need to call that one. This is the top level method, right? Because it is calling everyone. Because this one call this one, this one call by this one, and this one call by this one. So always call. If you chain up this method, you have to call the top methods, right? To get the output, to get the all results. Otherwise, you get the partial result, right? Normal. So here we get the all result. So is a structure we create like this way. So I just chain up the method. So this method I call inside this method, and this method I call inside this hello method. So now if I want to get output, all output, I have to call only hello method. That's it, right? So always
Yeah.
top method.
But one more, maybe I don't miss something. So
Okay.
your output is hello. But why when you say hello, hello is only one method, but goodbye method, let me just think about what I have to say. Can you little bit scroll up little bit here? Let's see. This method is hello. This method is goodbye. So hello, when you say hello, then it's printed only hi everybody. But then another one is goodbye. But it didn't mention goodbye in the inside the main method because
Oh, forget it. Yeah, okay, exactly. Yeah, try to understand. Yeah. Because I don't need to print out goodbye.
yeah,
I
it
need
still
to
is
create the
printed,
whole
but it
thing.
still is printed in the output. I just wanna understand why is printed hi everybody goodbye. Because goodbye, it didn't call the goodbye.
Okay, okay. I make your life easy now. If I call only this method, what will happen? In the main method. Call means what? In the main method, right? In main method, if I call this one, oh, okay, always remember, call should be inside a method. It could be a main method, it could be another method. Okay. So if I call this method inside the method, what will happen?
Only so the addition, sub, multiplication, division.
These things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Forget about this. If I call goodbye, then what will say?
Hi everybody, goodbye.
No, that is the question.
Methods belongs to class and
Because goodbye,
Just go line by line. Method is executing line by line. So if you call goodbye, then first line what?
add two numbers.
So add to number means what? This method. This method means this
Okay.
method means what? This 4 lines, right?
Hmm.
So if you call goodbye, then it will be called this method, printing out these 4 lines and then printing out these things, right?
Hmm.
Got it?
Got it.
Then what else here? If you
Hello.
call hello, then first line what it will execute.
Executed for hi everybody.
Yeah, this one, right? Then what it will do? It will go to goodbye here,
Goodbye.
right?
Goodbye is the second one is.
Then goodbye call this one, right?
Oh, so basically when you, okay, under this method, you just adding goodbye. That's why it shows below two method.
Exactly. Okay, here is one thing. So whenever you call a method, then it will be executing line by line inside the method body. The first line is system out println hi everybody, right?
Hmm.
It will be executing. Then second line. Second line is what? A method, a calling, right? A method called. Whenever a method call, it jump to this method here, right? Then it will execute all those line inside this method, then come back to here, right? So
Hmm.
whenever it gets goodbye, it's come to goodbye first. Then it gets add two numbers in the goodbye. So whenever it gets add two numbers, then it's come to here in this block. Then fulfill all those lines in this method, then come back this line. Okay. So whenever it's come add two lines, it will go here, 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 then print out everything, then got the curly bracket, then jump to the second line. Okay.
In case, just odd scenario, if you remove the goodbye method in the first method, inside the method, what would be the answer?
Yeah, what?
If you let's odd scenario, just goodbye method in the first method,
Hmm.
our hidden method. If you delete goodbye or quoted it, then what should be the printed? What would be printed?
Printing here. Okay, you said I comment out the goodbye things.
No,
Whole
comment out
goodbye.
good. No, comment out not this goodbye. The first method. Hello.
This
Yeah,
one?
if you comment out here, like comment out.
Then what will happen here?
Yes.
Just only one line here. This one will be executing.
Only printed hi everybody, na?
Yeah. Yeah, see it.
Yeah. Because it nothing can be executed. Nothing can be
It is
executed.
chaining up, method chaining up, right? One method is calling and another method, one method is calling.
Sure, Sunbai.
Eh,
We have to always call the top method, top of the methods, right?
Yeah.
Inside the main method. So we
Yeah.
don't need to create because we inside the main method we don't want too many lines. Just one line. Call the hello methods. It's execute and display the output for three methods.
Exactly. That's why we chain up method. That's why
Chain
top
up method.
method.
So
Yeah,
always call the top method, right?
yeah.
Not
Always call
bottom.
the top method. Yeah, here we
Top
call the
method.
top
Okay,
method,
okay.
right?
Top
Otherwise,
method.
no
Okay, okay.
point into chaining it up, right?
Yeah, I understand. It's important for it's designing the framework. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's
That's the very important. Yeah, this is the new thing. Yeah. If you have more than one method under the class, then you have to chain out.
yeah. You need to chain it up. That's why method is reusable, right? So I just this is my main task, today's main task.
Yeah.
Then you create a method for this. Now you are using it, you are modifying it, you are adding some extra things. You are adding some
Mhm.
extra things. Based on these things, you can call your method in the proper place. Then the final result will be in the one method. So let's call this final method. That's it.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think method has been covered, right?
Yeah, method is cover 100%. So we need to
Mm-hmm.
practice, just practice.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So one thing we need to cover, the method overloading. So who doesn't know about this? I need to just give me 1 second. I can cover it. Then we can go to new
So
topic.
method overloading and method overriding, it's called encapsulation, right?
No, that is called encapsulation.
Polymorphism.
Oh, yeah. No, method overloading and overriding, right? It is
Yeah,
actually polymorphism.
polymorphism, both or only just overriding? No,
Yeah.
overloading.
Uh, no, constructor, there is two types of polymorphism. One is method overloading and another is method
Overriding.
overriding, right? So
Yes.
overloading means method, same name, same parameters, different things, right? You are,
Mm-hmm.
and overriding means in the child class, you keep the same method name, but you change the all logic of the method inside
Mm-hmm.
the method body. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show those things is very clearly. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Today class we will cover more about.
Actually, method overloading and the thing I should cover it in uh, object-oriented class. It's not a problem.
Yes, yes.
We
Yes,
can
yes.
do it. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, it's better. Then you will understand clearly. Okay.
So now it's cover almost object and method. Object
Object.
also cover
So yeah,
totally.
let me show the overloading things is very easy, so you can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
create one class here.
Okay, okay, okay.
Then, and another thing, actually, I'm going to ask you. So, what is argument and parameter? Ashraf, you can say, right?
Argument and the parameter. Argument and parameter is the same, I think, right?
No, argument means it's also interview question. Argument means this one. When you call a
Mhm.
method,
Uh-huh.
right, you have to pass the
Uh-huh.
value of your parameters, method parameters, right? So that's
So,
called argument. Whenever you call a method and passing the value is called argument. And when
oh, okay, okay, okay.
and whenever you create a method and
Uh-huh.
you declare the variables,
Uh-huh.
those called parameters. Okay.
So what the
Basically,
question is
parameter is
argument.
anything.
What
Parameter
is
is
the difference between argument and parameter, right?
Right. So here I call a method, right? When you call a method, then you have to pass the values, right? These are
Oh,
the
when pass the value, it's called argument.
yeah, it's called argument. And pass value to who? Those are the parameters, right? When you declare a
So
method,
pass value for the variable
variables, those
inside the
variables
method.
call parameters.
Okay.
Okay.
Variables called
variable.
parameter
We
and
also
value
say
called argument.
variable.
Yeah. When you declare a method, then you will say parameter. When you call a method, you will say its argument. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
You got
When
it.
declare a method, call parameter and call the method, then passing the value, then call
Is
argument.
argument. This
Is argument.
eight and
Is
seven
the argument. Is the argument.
is the argument, and
Can
A
you
and
just
B.
write it down as a note, quoted note for this one?
No, but remember it, and you have to was where.
Okay.
Otherwise, forget. Totally forget.
Yeah.
So here this is argument. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just writing it. 8
The method and
and 7 are argument.
Argument.
that means value. When value declared,
And A and B
that means value declared is argument.
A and B are
Value declared
parameters.
and variable is variable name. Variable name is parameter.
Yeah. When you declare a method, you have to declare the variables, and those called parameters. So when you call a method, you have to pass the value. It's called argument. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
For future reference. Yeah.
try to remember. Yeah. Always.
This is the prayer time. Can I leave or no?
Just
We
give
can leave
2
now.
minutes.
We can leave now. We can leave now.
And
2
just
hours
give me 2
already.
minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Let me
2 minutes.
cover.
Okay, after 2
Wait,
minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah.
No. Here we can finish in 2 minutes.
Finish within 2 minutes, and then
Yeah.
we can finish. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Method overloading.
overloading. Yeah. Just one example. We covered everything. Just one example. Then we cover everything in method. So method overloading demo. Just give me a second. All should be same then. Wait. Okay. Here, just I'm just write it. So this is a method. This is my class. This is a public method. And this is our main method. Here I created 2 methods. One is taking 2 number, one is taking 3 number. Look, the difference is here we use the same name. So when we use the same name for more than one method inside one class, and previous example we create different method like goodbye, then hi, and another add numbers, right? 3 methods in 3 different names. Whenever we use the same name, is called method overloading. But inside method overloading, you can use the same name, but your parameter list and your parameter type and your parameter arrangement placement should be different. That is the simple logic. Okay, we will cover those things again in the encapsulation, but keep in mind when method name is same is called method overloading, but you can use the same method name, but you have to change the parameter list. You can use like this, you can create like this. Now it will be error. Same parameter list, number of parameter, you will get the error. But if you add
number of parameter should be different, right?
Yeah, number of parameters
and data type should be same.
and data type. No, data type, if you put int, then you can do it like this. And data type,
String.
you can put string, or you can put like double. DO. Yeah, if you put double, then
Oh, it does work. Okay.
it will be working. You see? So it's very simple law.
But it's not a working string. String that doesn't cover.
Only the
Also
same
do it.
name.
That should
Only
be
the
same.
same
Okay,
name.
yeah. String also, yeah. String because addition, that's why.
Yeah. Only the same name and
Yeah,
different data type and different number of parameters. That's
right.
it.
Yeah, that's it. That's called method overloading. Very simple.
Yeah.
So we are good.
Yes.
Vivek can go.
Okay. Thank you, Twin Bhai. Thank
No
you.
problem. Practice and yeah, via especially practice and watch this video a couple of times and do it by yourself. Okay.
Oh,
Then
you.
you will be fine. Don't worry. Thank you, guys. See you next. Okay. Khuda.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.